Today I'm here with my boat, Delta T, 32-foot Bristol. 1968. Stripped this bottom, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago. Didn't put a barrier coat on, held up pretty well. It's not too bad a shape, but hitting in a few places. Patch coming off where the centerboard pin is on the other side. I got to fix that. I removed the water line. The water line actually was a vinyl tape that was over paint. This is some paint residue left over here. I took a heat gun and took the vinyl off. It's been due for a couple years to be replaced, but actually it held up extremely well for over 20 years. But this is going to make redoing the water line will help me make it life easier. There's no way I could sand right up to the water line anyway, so it had to be redone. I tried sanding this with 60 grit. Probably about an hour's worth of work right there. Dusty, of course, vacuum cleaner, orbital sander. You know, I had to clean the filter every hour. So that's going to be very slow. I got to get this done. I'm a week behind. Mother Nature throws a curve. Here it is, April 5th. And it was 19 degrees last night. A couple weeks ago we were in the 60s and 70s, and the grass is growing, and we got 6 inches of snow Monday. So, but it's slowly going to go back up. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. So anyways, I'm going to try some stripper. This is Citristrip. $20 for half a gallon at Home Depot. I did some research online. This is a water-based product, biodegradable. Of course, the scrapings aren't. The paint that comes off isn't. People say it's messy. I mean, 30 years ago I used the really nasty stuff for the methyl ketone and the toluene and acetone and MEK and all that nasty stuff, and it worked actually really well as long as you were patient and put enough coats on it and kept it wet. So we're going to try this new product. I did research the marine products that are about $60 a gallon. This looks like the same stuff. I also found a forum where people say that they've used this. It does not hurt the gel coat. They've used it on boats. We're very happy. I'm not too sure about the temperature. It's only 40 degrees today. It's not going to get freezing tonight. It is going to rain tomorrow, possibly. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just going to do a test sample here today, see if it works. Now, if this works on a thermal reaction to make it work, then obviously the cold is going to inhibit me here. Everything I read up about these things, these type of strippers, said they were testing for like 65. They want you to put it on like over 65 degrees. And a lot of the tests, I think, were in warmer climates where they were more concerned about evaporation. I also read a bunch of stuff, and I've also done putting plastic over once it's on, so let it, keep it wet longer. So, and this says you can use it up to 24 hours after applying it. So, we're gonna be patient and do that method. If it's a matter of putting it on today and coming back tomorrow and it falls off, I'm good with that. With a putty knife. So we are going to try this stuff. Now it's in a plastic container, so they say to put it into a metal pan. I'm assuming that it's probably not good with some plastics, but again, it's in a plastic container, and I've read that it does not hurt gel coat. So, but I do have a metal trough here I use for plastering. It's a plaster trough that's for eons, and we're not really rolling this on. We're going to be dipping it, more like troweling it on with a roller. It's going to go on thick, so I think this will work really well. And I'll waste a little product in a pan and a little area for evaporation. So I'm going to use that. I'm shaking this to shake it well. And I got for a cover, roller cover, I got this, it says for epoxies, special. Adhesive and epoxies, so like contact cement, you're doing laminates, that sort of stuff, solvent resistant, polyester. We'll see whether or not this stuff eats polyester, won't we? But polyester is kind of the same lines as the gel coat, and it does have a plastic liner tube. I mean, it says not to put it in metal. I mean, my roller here is going to have plastic end caps on it. It's going to be hard to get away from plastic. This is a very short nap roller. Got that at Home Depot for about $3.50. Again, this was $20 a half gallon. $40 a gallon, that's a fairly reasonable price. And because it's biodegradable, I'm not going to worry about the ground at this point in time. I'm hoping not to make too much of a mess. But I got a piece of plastic cut here to cover it afterwards. I'm going to try and do an area like this. Here over, down. And we're going to let that set overnight, come back tomorrow and see what it's like. Alright. Also somewhere brought a funnel, put the stuff back into the container afterwards. Got my gloves on, got sleeves on, I understand stuff burns. Hopefully I got the right kind of gloves on. It's fairly thick. It's supposed to smell good. You can see it's fairly thick. Which is nice. Alrighty. So get this thing covered here. A little bit of an art. Giving it a twirl to keep it from coming off. Going from the bottom up, keeps it from dripping. Coating nicely, easily to use. Roller cover seems to be working well. Application method looks acceptable. Alright, that's about the extent of my area here. I'm going to try a little bit up here and not covered just to see how well it works. It says we can leave it on up to 24 hours, so I'm hoping to come back tomorrow morning. Okay, I'm getting quite a distance out of this. Usually it doesn't cover very far, but try to lay it on a little thick here. Unload the roller. No wasty. Rain tonight or tomorrow, maybe heavy at times, but I don't think it's going to be solid rain. I don't think a little rain's going to damage anything here either. Right. That's good. Alright, let's see how well the paper attaches. Now the roller cover is getting blue. I'm assuming the paint from the bottom's coming off. Old wallpaper. Start in the middle, work your way out. bubbles out. Get some good contact going here. Alright. Neat. Well, plastic went on nicely. Now, because the yard is a little early in the season here in April, no water on, so I believe cleanup is with water. About a bucket here with water in it. Yeah, it's water soluble, alright. I'm sure I could probably cut it with water if I really wanted to too. But, alright. Let's see if we can get this back in the bucket. How well this is going to go back in, but this is going to be fun. Fun, I'm sure. And again, plastic bucket. See the paint coming off of this? Throw that right in our bucket of water, see if it cleans up. It does smell a little lemony, citrusy. Looks like it's flowing down the funnel pretty good. The funnel's not melting at this point anyways. Okay. And yeah, it seems to be pretty well water soluble, alright. Clean my cover off here. Tools. Scrubber dub. The end caps. Okay. The idea is to be able to reuse this cover, of course. Forgot to bring the roller spinner for cleaning. I'll have to order that for tomorrow. Next time I do this. Let's clean it off nicely off the cover, actually. Not bad at all. And it is biodegradable, so I don't have any problem with pouring this water out. But yeah, that came nice and clean. Cool. And actually it is flowing back in the bucket nicely. Not too thick. It's almost all the way back in. Just gonna push it down the middle here a little more. Okay. So I would say that's probably something in the 4 feet by 2 feet. Air bubbles out. Not bad. I don't think it'd be a problem with the air bubble because the chemicals are on the hull. And if it's an air bubble, it's pretty much going to be airtight, so it's not going to be any way for it to evaporate. But yeah, 8 square feet. That's what I'm looking at. Cleaning this stuff up Oh yeah, it cleans out the trowel nicely. Okay, so we're going to let this sit almost 24 hours. Hopefully tomorrow morning. It's afternoon right now, about 3 o'clock almost. 40 degrees. And not freezing tonight, going up to 55 tomorrow. And raining. But I got the boat pretty much leveled and there's no drains here for the deck. Be minimal amount of water, and I think the plastic will probably keep any water off of it. So it should actually be good. Okay, that's clean. Floor cover's clean. And this doesn't just dilute with water. You got to kind of scrub it a little bit, but with an easy scrubbing, it's coming off of just about everything here. Which is fine. Okay, all is good. And I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. Okay, next day, about 19 hours after applying. Gloves aren't holding up great, but trash bag going here. We'll dispose of the plastic. Hopefully the plastic comes off. Ooh, plastic comes off. Alright. Now, I actually think this actually might be reusable too. I was going to dispose of it, but we will consider reusing this. I was thinking that maybe the chemicals might destroy that plastic or it wouldn't be used or being gloppy. Old favorite putty knife here, 5-inch putty knife. And we're going to use nice clean metal bucket. Collect most of this. Well, it's going pretty damn good. Smaller putty knife. Okay. 5-inch. It's 2-inch. It's messy. Doesn't have to be. You want to create a mess. Looks like it worked pretty damn good today. 5 years worth of paint coming off, although I do use an 80 grit orbital on it every year just so it doesn't build up. That was the idea, so I never have to do this again. But, and I also thin the paint out quite considerably to not allow it to get buildup. It's supposed to be an abrading paint. I don't think sailboats go fast enough to abrade anything. Alright, I want to try this up here too. If you recall, I did a test sample up here where there was no plastic on it. 24 hours. It's coming off, but I really didn't get the penetration out of it. It looks like it dried. We have a few stubborn spots here, for the most part. This white area up here, I figure about 4 square feet, an hour with a sander. Messy. I don't consider this messy. This right here didn't take me 5 minutes probably to actually apply the chemicals and cover it. A few stubborn spots. I mean, I gotta come back over it with the sander anyways to finish cleaning it up. Actually, what they recommend, and we'll try this in a minute, is taking the one of these abrasive pads here and some of the chemicals and wiping it down with that. I have a little handle here that works with that. Isn't that special? Don't know if we need it, but anyways. Like I say, people say it's messy. I don't see why it would be. You contain your mess. I did ruin my favorite shirt here a little bit yesterday with those chemicals. Gloves look like they're holding up okay, but didn't have too much exposure either. Pretty happy with this. Area here that was beyond the plastic. Yeah, it worked a little bit, but tough spot right here. All right, well, that worked pretty good. I'm thinking minimal mess here on the tarp. Nothing I can't just pick right up, throw in the bucket. I don't want to get this bottom of my shoes. I'll be tracking it in the house. Came out pretty good. So 8 square feet, less than 15 minutes. It'll work. Let's try pad and a little of the cleaner, a little of this stuff. See if we can't get a little more of this off. This is probably going to be messy. Of course, I should be wearing eye protection. I'm sure that just then almost spit up my eye. Good job, Eric. definitely get the remainder of the stuff off. Alright, I guess we're going to have to go with sandpaper. Let's see about cleanup. Assuming that being water soluble here, should be able to just clean the hull right off here with this. That works pretty good. I was planning on, the barrier coat recommends 60 grit paper anyways, so need to sand the bottom to get good adhesion anyhow. So what minor is left on it will be actually a fairly quick sand. The gel coat's fairly soft. Clean up what's left on it. I'm thinking that this project was a success. Right on, almost instantly. That's really weird. That's not bad. Yeah, it's set. A little bit of water and it's set. Good. Alright. Well, that worked out. I think I'm going to do one or two things right now. Clean this stuff up, of course. So much my white pad stained. I'm just going to leave those shavings in that bucket till it's full. And dump it out in a plastic bag. Okay. good. The sun's coming out. It's with the rain today. Real bad. But right now, I can't see where water wouldn't even hurt that. So, I'm going to go for another swatch. Yeah. Let's do it. Again, see how quickly it is. So, where's my trough? Go. Oh, there it is. Let's see here. Used about yesterday's